Russell Wilson not coming back to Pittsburgh. Officially a New York Giant. According to Adam Schefter, Giants and Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson reached an agreement today on a one-year deal worth up to $21 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed. The 10-time Pro Bowl selection had been in discussions with the Giants, Browns, and Steelers, but is opting for New York, where Wilson won Super Bowl 48 at MetLife Stadium. Now Wilson is returning there as the Giants' projected starting quarterback. Okay, a lot to unpack here, actually. So Rodgers to the Steelers, like, that's it. There's no other match out there now. That's literally it. It's between us and retirement. So maybe the Giants, they knew something that the outside world doesn't, that, Rodgers wasn't even going to really consider them because he hasn't even met with them yet. I saw the one report out there that said the Steelers felt like that Rodgers was going to go meet with New York at some point, but that has never taken place since Friday. It wouldn't have made sense after Friday for Rodgers to go to New York on Saturday and visit with the Giants if they were actually in play. At least just a visit. Rodgers still hasn't even visited with them. He had the 6-hour visit with the Steelers. So Giants must have assumed they're definitely out on the Rodgers thing. And I think the Winston signing was a hint towards that. It didn't take them out of the sweepstakes completely. They just wanted to keep their options open by signing Jameis. But I think Russ to the Giants now, it's a done deal that Rodgers isn't going there. Now, will he be a Pittsburgh Steeler? I mean, come on, bro. Come on. You read the tea leaves. You put 2 and 2 together. It's us or retirement. That's what it comes down to. Now, there's some conspiracies out there that are saying the Niners may be in play for Rodgers if the Purdy negotiations don't go well, but I think that's just pie in the sky. The legit reporters, the legit sources on that Purdy and Niners contract situation are saying the deal's going to get done. It's a matter of when, not if. Like, it's going to happen. Whether it's next week, in a month, training camp, Purdy's going to be the 49ers starting quarterback for 2025. So there's no other fit for Rodgers. There's nothing out there. It's just the Steelers. Literally just the Steelers. So it's probably just a matter of when, not if, with that as well, unless he's thinking about retirement. But Russ ain't coming back. We know that for a fact. And that was being floated out there still, even as a potential option if Rodgers said no to us, that, yeah, maybe there's still a chance that Russ could come back. But I don't know. I was looking past that. I think it was done. I think the relationship between Russ and the Steelers were done. Not only did the Steelers obviously show that Russ was on the bottom of the totem pole in terms of their quarterback options this offseason. Like, I think it went probably went down to like the 5th option for Russ in the Steelers. If you think about it, Fields, Darnold, Rodgers, for sure a top 3. And then there's even a report out there that said if we didn't get a good vibe from Rodgers when free agency initially started, that we would have pivoted to maybe talking to Danny Dimes before Russ. So maybe the 4th or 5th option. That's what the Steelers, it was the clear message that we were sending to Russ. And, as days went by, Russ felt a certain way. He visited with the Browns, visited with the Giants, wanted to keep his options open for next season, and decided that the Giants were the best fit for him. 1-year deal for 10.5. It's guaranteed up to $21 million. The $21 million is gonna be based off incentives. If he plays good throughout the course of the season, I'm sure that number will be closer to 21 instead of the 10.5. But yeah, I think Giants are just trying to not screw themselves here in this deal, because I think obviously this shows that they're a little uncertain about Russ too. Giants are going into this next season almost how the Steelers did last year, but in a worse way. Because we had the whole Russ and Justin Fields. You got Russ as like the veteran guy who's going to be the presumed starter, the guy with the pole position. And then your backup as the upside guy, hasn't really lived up in prior stops, but has better talent than Russell Wilson. So it's just like that kind of who knows factor with the backup quarterback. Now, Fields, I think at that point for us, last offseason for us, a higher end backup than Jameis, and then Russ, a year younger for us last year, was a higher end Russell Wilson than what he's going to be going into the Giants, another year older, coming off of how 2024 ended. So, yeah, the Giants are kind of looking like how we were going into last offseason with the quarterback position. Just worse. I think just, a worse version of that. But that's like their mentality right now. It's just that, Russ is older, and he's going to be getting paid more than what the Steelers paid him last year. And Jameis and Fields, I guess their deals are kind of similar. What was Fields getting last year? Like $4 or $5 million still off that rookie deal. Jameis's deal is around, what was it, 2 for $8, something like that, 4 per year. Anything else in regards to this move? No, I think we knew this was happening. Again, there were some people still saying Russ is going to be. I think we were good with Mason. I truly do. I think if Rodgers doesn't come here, we're 100% good with going with Mason and drafting a quarterback. I don't think we wanted Russ back. I think the message was clear. I think that dynamic, that relationship was broken, and it wasn't going to happen. Russ started looking at other options. Steelers obviously were looking at other options once free agency started. Wasn't meant to be. It looked like it was meant to be when we were sitting at 10-3, but then we had 5 more games left in the season, and that became Russ's full resume as a Pittsburgh Steeler. 6-6, and not enough for the Steelers to ultimately go out of their way to bring him back. Yeah, it is what it is. If the season ended at week 13 or 14, Russ would have been getting not this 1-year deal with $10.5 million guaranteed. I think it would have been a multi-year deal, around $40 million per at least. And Russ would have been looking like the guy for the foreseeable future in the black and gold. But yeah, it just didn't happen. Didn't happen that way. It didn't play out. Is what it is. And that's in a way why the Steelers operated the way that they did this offseason, and how I felt like, and a lot of fans felt like, we couldn't go back with Russ. What we saw last year, I just didn't think things were going to be getting better. The offense was clearly limited, and Russ got worse as the season went on. It wasn't all on Russ either. Let me be 100% clear on this. It wasn't all on Russ, the Steelers' demise at the end of 2024. It wasn't all on Russ. But was he helping us? Was he making us better? Was he elevating the team? If he wasn't doing that, if he isn't giving us elite quarterback play, he's not elevating the team, like, what are we doing then? We're just wasting our time, because we know in this league right now, you need elite quarterback play. And I didn't think Russ would be capable of doing that next year or as the years went on. So it left us this offseason of either taking a chance on Justin Fields, hoping that he develops into that because of the talent that he's got, or us taking a chance on Aaron Rodgers, going back to vintage Aaron Rodgers, a year removed from the Achilles, and hopefully getting in a better situation compared to what the Jets were, or trading for like a Stafford. And as we sit here right now, Tuesday, March 25th, Aaron Rodgers is the only one of those options that are legitimately out there. So I don't know what the Giants, are the Giants still going to draft a quarterback now? Is this them saying that they feel like they don't have a chance? Yeah, maybe they feel like they don't have a chance at Cam Ward-Shedeur. They're going to go 1-2. And then does that leave them out for maybe drafting a quarterback? Either they trade back in late first or early second, get a Dart, Milroe, Tyler Shuck, something like that. Who knows? But I think that's like their insurance. That's their security, at least going into this season, having Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston there. But let me know your thoughts. I think it was inevitable that Russ wasn't going to be back. I wish it was the Browns. I wish we were going to get the Russ-Kenny competition. I think that would have been very entertaining. And then the Steelers ultimately would have had to have played either one of those quarterbacks 2 times next year. I think that would have been great for storylines, great for entertainment purposes. But that didn't happen. Russ goes to New York. All right. That's that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chilling. Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Peace.